Hi drama fans! Hey, are you ready for the ultimate cinematic experience? Well, there's a new drama in town that is going to blow your mind. And of course, I'm talking about the one and only Twinkling Watermelon, which tells the story of Eun Gyeol, Ryeoun, who has been carrying heavy burdens since he was a young child. He is the family's voice and the only member who can hear and help his parents, also his older brother Eun Ho. He is their link to the outside world and translates their signs into words. After an accidental meeting with the owner of a little music store called Viva Music when he was a young lad, he discovers his love for music. He receives instruction on how to speak to his guitar and the world through his guitar. The school's ice princess, who has been deaf since birth, could traveling back in time help change his future? Twinkling Watermelon hits all the right notes. Here are several reasons why this show should be on your watch list. Excellent performances. Twinkling Watermelon receives excellent performances. The actors bring so much life to their characters that you'll be glued to the screen, emotionally invested in their stories. The drama incorporates a time-traveling element, making it compelling to see. A coming-of-age fantasy tale is seen through the eyes of Eun Gyeol, a coda, child of a deaf adult, student who eventually forms the band Watermelon Sugar, fronted by his future father. Also, the two versions of Eun Gyeol perform it flawlessly, even though it is difficult for any performer to convey emotion using sign language and play an instrument with such dexterity. Ryeoun portrays the elder Eun Gyeol, while child star Jung Hyun-jun plays the younger version. He exhibits maturity and depth, which is moving and intense, and actors Choi Won-young and Seo Young-hee emote so effortlessly that it is bound to move you. Ryeoun comes out on top, showcasing his repertoire as a very promising actor as he articulates his character's confusion, anguish, and guilt with natural flair and emotional narrative. Another endearing aspect of the story is the emotional narrative. Brace yourselves for a roller coaster of feelings, my friends. Twinkling Watermelon takes you on a journey through love, loss, triumph, and everything in between. The strong bond between Eun Gyeol's family. They have their challenges and hurdles, but are a tight unit that takes on each day with optimism. The supportive and encouraging parents send out a very strong message on how a positive atmosphere at home is important for a child's upbringing. Eun Gyeol's father, in a moving moment, says to him that he has no regrets and that God gave him no sound, but instead blessed him with a son like him. Though it is a potent statement and weighs on Eun Gyeol, he also sees the pride in his father's eyes. Music is life. Folks, the music in this movie is so incredible. It elevates the movie to a whole new level of awesomeness, creating an immersive experience that you won't forget. Remember, the young Eun Gyeol, who is having a hard time at school, is moved to tears as he listens to the strains of Eric Clapton's Tears in Heaven, little knowing how music will become his source of comfort. Eun Gyeol was taught guitar by his mentor, Eun Ho He, and the guitar became his way to communicate his emotions and feelings to the world. As the masked guitarist whose music enthralls everyone around him, Eun Gyeol is told by his bandmates that music is the only legal drug that can heal the world, which isn't far from the truth. Live your life. Who is the real you? Is the question Eun Gyeol gets asked often. Twinkling Watermelon is all about chasing your dreams, seizing the moment, and embracing the beauty of life. We see Eun Gyeol frequently ask a question, "Who are you?" He explains to his mentor as a youngster that he keeps his interest a secret from everyone at home because they cannot hear it anyway. You also come to learn that he suffers from guilt, particularly when his eagerness for music puts his family in danger. When given the chance to pursue his music, he makes it plain that school comes before music and family comes before anything else. However, when he is undecided about what he wants, his mentor's voice encourages him to go with his gut and describes to his father the fact that music is his life as a rebellious streak. Eun Gyeol, who has dedicated his life to serving his family, decide to sell his guitar. Also, Se-kyung does not know life beyond practice and performances, then meets Lee-chan, who chides her that her life sounds stuffy. She is pretty taken back, and it gives her something to ponder on. Though Lee-chan fronts a band to woo her, neither realizes that doing something beyond what they are expected to do and following their instinct is not always a bad thing. Twinkling Watermelon is a feel-good show and an ode to the complicated symphony called life.